hey, hi. Oh, sorry, I was distracted. I'm playing Wonder right now. Just, hold on. You know, forget it. I'm just gonna start a video, whatever. It's fine. Hello, Brooklyn. It's me. I have not done a talking video in a minute, and today I'm just gonna talk about, you know, the whole fan film business that I've been involved with, you know, and I just want to establish some things about where the film is now and the stuff we're gonna be making after that. If you have been on my account for a while, you would know that I am a star, or I'm starring in a Spider-Man fan film called The Phenomenal Spider-Man. It's just about Spider-Man encountering a gang, and there's still action. He fights the gang off, but then within that he also finds a personal issue that he tries to fix up, and it shows Spider-Man's compassion for others, for strangers, stuff like that. Just overall a love letter to the type of love that Spider-Man has for his community. As most of you should know, we were filming for the movie from September to November, but then it got cold, so we had to stop filming. The filming has been on pause until it gets warmer, so I guess I'm assuming that's gonna be like mid-ish or the end of February for it to be actually warm. Half of the movie is filmed, but the other half isn't. Every scene in the movie has clips for it, but there's only like 2 or 3 scenes, maybe 2, that are actually completed and completely filmed and edited and everything. Hopefully this whole New York snowstorm thing is gonna blow down. It's gonna stop within the next couple weeks, and then it's warmer again and we got to start filming again. About the content that's gonna come after that, which is what I really wanted to talk about today. One of the videos that I posted the other day was a bloopers video. It was just me and my friends during the filming of the movie, because we film in public, obviously, so there's a bunch of funny stuff happening. There's way more of them, right? So when the movie comes out, I'm gonna put a complete bloopers, not just that little part that we had, because those were all the clips. Those are not all the clips, definitely not all the clips. So I'm really gonna go through every single little moment. I'm gonna go through the camera that Keanu has that he used to film on this movie and go through every single clip so we can put it into a video. It might be a long ass video, but hey, it's for the jokes, okay? And then with that, we're also gonna make a proper behind the scenes video. My eye is itchy. No. I can't take my eyes off now. So we're gonna make a proper behind the scenes video, you know, with interviews and everything, with showings of how I made the suit and showings of where the Phenomenal Spider-Man came from. And speaking of that, that transitions into my next thing. Okay, let me explain something real quick. I don't know if y'all remember this, because most people don't talk about it very much, but back when the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies came out, or when a lot of superhero movies came out, they would have a lot of merchandise to go with it. They would have a video game or a comic to tie in with the movie, but nowadays it doesn't happen very much. The closest thing that I've seen happen to that is when Fantastic Four First Steps came out. There was a comic that was like a prelude to it, but then I remember I tried to order on eBay, but then it didn't come to my house, so it's kind of weird. What we're gonna do, right, is that we're gonna make a tie-in comic to the movie. This is just gonna be an adaptation of the film, right? And for me to completely explain what's going on here, right, let me explain another thing to you. Keanu, right, the director of this movie, he has his own little solo corporation, which is called corporation, really just like an account that he has, and it's called KSH Comics. Usually if you go on his TikTok or Instagram, he's drawing something or doing whatever, or a separate account, he has animations and stuff like that. It's really cool. So one of his big dreams in life is to make comic books, right? He's always wanted to be a really good comic book artist. You know, he's got influences. He's told me he's got influences from Mark Bagley and Ryan Notley. Whenever you ask him about that, it's like there's the most 2 things. The 2 things he always says the most is always Ryan Notley and Mark Bagley. Specifically Mark Bagley, because he loves Ultimate Spider-Man. That man loves Ultimate Spider-Man. Whenever he's drawing something and you ask him about his inspirations, just be prepared to hear a lot of Ultimate Spider-Man and Bag Markley. What? Just expect to hear a lot of Mark Bagley when you're talking about art and Spider-Man with him, okay? He started a fan-made comic called The Phenomenal Spider-Man. I know. Just hold on. It's nothing to, how do I say this? Do you know how, like, Spider-Man Lotus was made in spite of the MCU? None of it is like that. He made it not just to be like, this is what I think Spider-Man should be, or like, oh, this is what I think the MCU should be. It wasn't meant to show off, or it wasn't meant to try and better the Spider-Man thing or try to revolutionize anything. It wasn't trying to do any of that. It was just of what if Keanu made Spider-Man? What if he wrote the stories? What would he put from different universes that he liked? What would he, you know, it wasn't made out of any trying to fix Spider-Man. It was just out of love. It went on for about, I think it was 4 issues. The first story arc was about the Chameleon. Then he was gonna write one about the Rhino and Kraven the Hunter, but then the thing is, he posted these on Webtoon. Little did he know that Webtoon does not like fan-made stuff. Fan-made stuff is like a no-go for them. So eventually, after the 4th issue, while Keanu was making the 5th one, he ended up getting his thing removed off of the website because of copyright. So that devastated him because he really had a whole plan. Like he had a whole plan to how he wanted to do it. He wanted to adapt a bunch of stuff like Gwen Stacy's death. He wanted to adapt the Sinister Six and eventually get Miles in there. He's gonna go from high school Peter to him being in college and getting his own apartment with Harry and being a teacher, and then Miles Morales coming in, and you know what I'm saying? He only really got to about 4 issues and then it was all gone, you know? Okay, nowadays we do have other websites that now we know support fan-made stuff, and we know what doesn't support fan-made stuff, so we're good on that. So if he ever wants to come back to it, he probably could. With this fan film, it was another way for him to kind of revisit this universe, you know, because this film is actually based off of that universe. It's meant to take place in like a similar universe to the one in his books that he made, or the comics, webcomics that he made. What I'm about to tell you is going to make it kind of confusing. Now we have a comic adaptation of the movie, but this adaptation is now, the way it's being told, excuse me, it's a lot more rooted in the ways that Keanu wanted to write Spider-Man. Because okay, it's editing Brooklyn. For this part, just think about how the Ultimate Spider-Man game came out. I know it's based off of the Venom arc that already happened in the comics by that time, but then later on, that same storyline-ish was kind of adapted into the comics itself, but then it changed the story up a little bit, so it's more in line with the comic, or something like that. Just think about that game and think about how it was adapted into the comics. For the Ultimate Comics. Do you get what I mean? Or something? I don't know. Because of course in a low-budget film, we can't like have Spider-Man swinging around and make it look cool. We tried to make it look cool, but it didn't work out. Insert clip. See what I mean? It doesn't look that great. It's not even just like him swinging around or combat, but maybe there was a bit more lines. Maybe the events transpired a little bit differently than how it did in the movie. The comic version of this movie will be split up into 4 different issues. It's gonna be a 4-issue miniseries, right? And it's gonna be all drawn and illustrated by him. And the reason why it's a little different, not just because limitations aren't there anymore, it's just a way to revisit the script and the story of the film version and then refine it and redo it a little bit in the comic version. From what he's told me, it's not that different from the movie, but there's still things here and there that he may have expanded on just to really make the story, just give it a bit more oomph that we couldn't really put in the movie. That was a mouthful. Okay, what else should I have to say? Is that really it? The movie's gonna come out in spring. We're gonna return filming in spring when it gets warmer. We want to come out as soon as we are sure that all the filming is done and all the editing is done. We're gonna put a date, like a specific date, and then boom, right? But as of right now, we're just gonna say spring because we don't have a certain date. The last time that Keanu had an actual date out, he kept delaying it over and over again because, you know, complications would come up and people wouldn't show up to filming days. So we had to keep delaying the film like over and over again. and now we're just gonna have the date still on limbo from what we had before. Just don't really finalize a date until we are sure that everything is done, or that the editing can be done quickly and we have all the filming done. You know what I'm saying? Film date, behind the scenes video is gonna come out, bloopers video, a full bloopers video is gonna come out, and then the comic, of course. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are the they're gonna be attached to each issue. So yeah, I think that's all, and I'll see you guys later. Spotty out!